There are some people with a magical, mystical ability to make friends out of thin air. And then there's you, struggling to keep even the friends that you have. Have you ever wondered, what do they have? What do they know that you don't? Have you ever watched that film, Kung Fu Panda? And when Tai Lung opens that Dragon Warrior skull and he just sees his reflection and he freaks out, he's like, where's the secret that's going to make me the true Dragon Warrior? And then Po opens it and he instantly gets it. The secret ingredient is that there is no secret ingredient. You are a product of your own making. The irony of making friends is that you make more friends when you enjoy being by yourself. And it's all about this detachment principle. When you ground your energy in yourself and you're not seeking the concept of making friends or trying to make friends, other people come to investigate. In essence, if you're trying to make friends, you are trying too hard. See, when you have this attachment to this concept, I need to make friends, I need to go and convince other people and show other people how great of a person I am, you have this kind of needy energy and it repels people away. So let me explain this in terms of energy. When you're putting yourself first, when you ground yourself in your own reality, when you ground yourself in your own energy, you're recharging your own battery. You're this renewable, like, electric car which funnels the energy from the brakes into your battery, basically, right? You're not dependent on someone else to elevate your mood. You're not dependent on someone else for your happiness. No one likes a leech. If you're not elevating them, if you're not contributing to their life, if you're constantly sucking the energy and sucking the life out of someone else, obviously they don't want to be around you. What you're doing there is that you're putting the responsibility of recharging yourself in someone else's hands. And no one wants that responsibility because humans are inherently selfish animals. If someone's not contributing to your life, what's the point in hanging out with them? And that's seared into everybody's psyche. But when you start enjoying being by yourself, you start gamifying recharging yourself. And that makes you more happy. That makes you value yourself more. That makes you feel good. And other people want to feel good too. And that, my friend, attracts them to you. If you look at anybody who excels at making friends, you will see that they're very enjoyable to be around. That is the value that they provide. The value that they provide is fun. The values that they provide is that they are exciting. Maybe they even just care about their friends. When you provide that value, you are inherently valuable. So as you can see, a lot of this is based on a transactional kind of relationships. And this may sound a little bit shallow, but in reality, that's what it is. All human relationships are transactional by nature. If you master the ability of providing value as simply a byproduct of your existence, people will stick close to you. They will not get enough of you. They will keep wanting more. Think about it like a river or a spring. A river provides life by default, by literally just existing. And people worship rivers. They build cities around rivers. A river doesn't flow because other people want it to flow. A river flows because it wants to flow. And everything else is a byproduct of that. So assuming you are where I was 3-4 years ago and you struggle making friends, I want you to tackle a couple of things before we get into all of this. First of all, I want you to stop being lonely, because loneliness kills you. If you feel lonely, you lack social interaction, not friends. If you don't talk to anyone for 3 months, the very neural pathways in your brain start to disintegrate. They start to disappear and you start acting weirdly. This is very much seen when it comes to the post-pandemic era, right? When people were coming out of the pandemic, and there's a whole Reddit subforum on this, and people are like, I just talked to my friends and he's nothing like what he used to be. His personality is completely different. But after 3, 4, 5 weeks, when they start interacting with the regular people and the lockdown is finished, they start reverting back to their original personality. And you can go read this. This is literally because social isolation will cause your brain to atrophy and it will shrink. I want you to solely focus on just being around more people. No pressure to go and make friends, because humans are generally social animals. We thrive in communities. We are also very malleable mammals, right? So if you do something stupid or socially awkward, there's going to be a social backlash and you won't do that again. And in the same way, if you do something positive and it's received positively, you will do that more often. Simply surrounding yourself with more people will make you a social person automatically. So basically the whole point of this exercise is to make you feel comfortable being around people. So when you're actually going to try and make friends, when you're going to interact with people, you don't fumble and you don't act all weird. And you can see this especially in populated areas or populated countries or even big cities. People are a lot more social, they're a lot more loud, they're a lot more extroverted, simply because that they're around more people. The more people you interact with, the more social you will become, and it's an automatic procedure. Secondly, what I want you to understand is that birds of a feather will flock together. Just because you are sad and you feel like all happy people are avoiding you, they're not avoiding you because they don't want to help you. They're not avoiding you because they don't want to be around you. It is the harsh truth, though. Happy people don't associate with sad people simply because they're not on the same frequency as you. They're not like you. They don't fit in when they talk to you. They'd much rather be around much more happier people. So if you feel like everybody around you is depressed and sad and like dying on the inside, it probably is because you are too. What I want you to start doing, I want you to start feeling good on the inside. When you're happier on the inside, when you're happy about yourself, you will attract more happier people into your life. Now, we're going to make a video on how you feel good about yourself. Like certain actions and certain habits that you can do in order to push you forward and make you feel good about yourself. So click that subscribe button. So we're going to make a video on that soon. So when you start radiating happiness from the inside, you will start attracting more happier people, and those happier people will make you more happier. And then there's a positive spiral. You will attract even more happy people, and eventually you'll have happier friends. Now, using this principle, you can craft your own friendship group because you attract what you are. So if you want loyal friends, you become a loyal person. If you want happier friends, you become a happier person. If you want a loving friends, you become a loving person. Now, the thing is, the people on the same wavelength kind of hang out together, right? So because they're all in the same proximity, if you meet one friend and you really hit it off with that person, they will go and introduce you to their friendship group. And then you just do the same thing and rinse and repeat with each and every person. And eventually you can create your own customized friendship group simply because you attract what you are. Now, if you struggle with confidence, there is a link in the description. Right now, I'm giving 75% off on this confidence call. And this is a one-to-one consultation. You can tell me exactly what you're struggling with, and I will give you a bulletproof blueprint on how you're going to fix this. And if you want to see videos more like this, and you want me to pop up on your feed a lot more, click that subscribe button, hit the like button and the bell notification button because it helps me out. And when it helps me out, it helps you out. So until next time, I'll Abram out.
The power of the Dragon Scroll is mine.